Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Rank where I climb the online VGC 20 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. In yesterday's episode, we featured a really fun team featuring Decidueye, Alolan Ninetales, Weakness Policy, and Incineroar, so we're back for a couple more games with this team, and like I said, I'm trying to rotate through teams every 2 to 3 days or so hopefully you guys are enjoying the diversity in teams, and I'm going to try to feature some of my brand new teams in the upcoming days and weeks as well. So thank you guys as always for watching Road to Ranked. Question of the day, a little bit more obscure, but one of my physical education classes for college, obviously all classes are online now, so for that class, one of the tasks like we were asked to do was find like meditation resources and use them. So I wanted to ask you guys if you have any good resources that you use to meditate. It can be YouTube video, website, anything that you find that helps you stay calm and find helpful. So I'm definitely interested in those. Let me know if you have any resources in the comments below, and yeah. Definitely trying to incorporate like daily meditation into my life just to stay calm, stay focused, and keep myself sane while we're all staying inside. So we're gonna get into the first game today, and we're going up against a Perish Trap team. So there's Gothitelle for the trap, Lapras for Perish Song, Gmax Anaconda to trap you in, probably Snar Arcanine. Snorlax here is interesting though. I definitely want to bring Decidueye in this game. Like our max attacks do a fair amount of damage. And I actually think it's pretty solid. I could see myself leading Incineroar Decidueye. That seems pretty solid. I guess Dracozold's also not bad here because it actually outspeeds most of my opponent's team naturally, which doesn't happen too often. One thing we could go is like Incineroar Dracozold, but I told myself when I saw this team that I would try to bring Decidueye as much as possible, and I think this is definitely a decent spot for it. So I'm going to say YOLO. Let's go for it. Incineroar Decidueye. With who in the back? Ferrothorn's actually a really big problem if its Incineroar goes down, so we're going to have to want to keep that in mind as a potential win condition. In the back, since this is Perish Trap, I mean, Dracozold does a lot of damage, even non-maxed. Oh, I don't know. I think I got that in on time. I hope so. We're about to find out. If not, then we'll be playing on challenge mode. But that being said, even if the time didn't go through, we still get to bring the 4 Pokemon I wanted to. So it's not the end of the world. But yeah, we're going to get into today's episode. Thank you guys as always for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. I really appreciate it. And let's get things kicked off. Let's see if I actually timed out. It's going to be Snorlax Gothitelle, so Incineroar or Decidueye actually would have been perfect. Okay, unfortunately enough, we do not time out, which is great. It's actually really great. So this is super interesting. So what we can do turn 1 is obviously just go for Fake Out onto Snorlax, max the Decidueye, and just Phantasm into the Gothitelle. The only thing that can take max Phantasm is Snorlax. Everything else takes neutral damage at least. So Fake Out here just to prevent the Belly Drum, Dynamax, and go for a Phantasm, which also starts getting defense drops. The defense drop is a really big deal because against that Snorlax, which is probably going to want a Belly Drum, even 1 drop means the next turn, like a max Overgrowth and a Flare Blitz will do a ton of damage, if not just outright deny it from setting up Belly Drum. So it's a relatively safe play here. Gothitelle is slower than Incineroar, so shouldn't be able to fake us out beforehand. Snorlax could Gigantamax, but should it go for that, then you're stuck with -1 attack Gmax locks, and you've already committed your Dynamax early on, and I think I'll take that. So yeah. So Dynamax Decidueye comes out immediately and should actually be able to help us a fair amount. I want to say Gothitelle hangs on from this, but I'm not 100% confident. It depends also if it has Cassie Berry. If it does, then it'll definitely hang on, but if not, maybe we can get a one-hit KO. Okay, let's see. Alright, so no Protect, which is good. No Switch Outs either. And no Berry either. Okay, let's see if this KO's Gothitelle. Woohoo! Let's go Decidueye. That's huge. Breaking the trap in this matchup is really important, although one of the reasons why I led Incineroar Decidueye is because Decidueye's Ghost type, so I can switch out of Trap, and Incineroar can Parting Shot, so you can't really Perish Trap us early on with this lead. So covered for everything. Lapras was the one thing I was worried about with Weakness Policy, but I thought that was like relatively unlikely, as Arcanine actually comes out. Okay. So the Arcanine's not great to see, obviously, because that's going to negate the defense drop that we got onto the Snorlax, and Snorlax, once again, is still probably going to want to Belly Drum up. But I think we need to go for as much damage as possible here, so I'm actually just going to Flare Blitz and Max Overgrowth, I think. Now, I'm worried about a Will-O-Wisp from Arcanine. To be honest, it probably has it, which obviously isn't great, but should you go for a Flare Blitz, that definitely won't KO us. You take a lot of damage and recoil. So Arcanine was the worst matchup here for Decidueye, but I think this is still fine. We're going to see our opponent Max, actually. So could be Max Arcanine just flaring. into Decidueye, which would be interesting. I didn't see that one coming. Okay. That being said, that means your Snorlax, if you try to Belly Drum, I mean, we just Flare Blitz you twice, and that should KO in Sun. So I think this is alright for us. Dynamax Arcanine is not the biggest threat, although it might mean the end of Decidueye. Alright, let's see. Max Flare. Decidueye is at full health. Is that enough to one-hit KO? Ooh, not even close, actually. Which I guess doesn't surprise me. That could be Special Arcanine, actually. That would make a lot of sense since we are Assault Vested. So this is great. We get a Max Overgrowth off. I love that animation where you can't see its face, just its feet. Wait, that had to have been a crit, right? Okay, I was like, there's no way Decidueye is that strong. But even without the crit, I'm pretty sure that's in Flare Blitz KO range in the Sun. And even if not, there's no way you get a Belly Drum off there. The one thing I wonder is if it's not like BD Lax. As Flare Blitz actually does a decent amount there too. Not bad. Okay. The one thing I have to be careful is conserving Incineroar should my opponent have Ferrothorn in the back, because I actually get... I hard lose to Ferrothorn outside of Incineroar. But I don't think Arcanine should have a way to one-shot us. The Dynamax was really interesting once again, but I think it's probably because it wanted to just snipe the Decidueye. And in this case, because we were Assault Vested, we were able to hang on. And it is Ferrothorn as the last one, which is actually perfect. So, with that, what we can do is just Flare Blitz Ferrothorn. I don't even think a crit onto Incineroar should KO us. And we can actually max Airstream just so that we outspeed with Incineroar in the subsequent turns. If Arcanine tries to get fancy and for some reason target the Incineroar. But with Sun being up, Flare Blitz should definitely KO Ferrothorn. Even with Akaberry, I want to say maybe just gets the KO. So this should just be game over. Incineroar Decidueye was actually like the perfect lead here. So Ferrothorn's going to protect, but once again, that's fine because Arcanine can only target one of two Pokemon. You either knock out the Decidueye, which I don't really care about, or you do damage onto Incineroar. Once again, I also don't care that much about that. So Decidueye will be the target here. Will go down, but that's fine by me. All I need to do is bring out Dracozolt, KO the Ferrothorn, and as soon as I KO Ferrothorn, then Gastrodon wins the 1v1 against the Arcanine. So, yeah. This was Decidueye showing its power. I mean, we weren't supposed to one-hit KO the Snorlax, obviously. That crit was fortunate, but in that position, I'm pretty sure I'm KOing it anyway with Incineroar. And if not, then it's not belly drumming, and that's like the most important thing we need to deny. So... unless this is a really wonky Arcanine set with Max Overgrowth, and we've actually played against that on Road to Rank before, so I wouldn't discount it, then we should be good. But I'm just going to Flare Blitz here. And out of fear of a potential weakness policy, I think I'm just going to play it safe and just Dragon Claw here. It might seem crazy, but that is like the one way I could see us losing if this Arcanine set is absolutely bonkers. And we don't really need the damage onto that anyway, because like I said, Gastrodon should win that 1v1, so yeah. Arcanine just committing to max flaring, but once again, this is definitely support Arcanine based off how little damage it's doing. So Dragon Claw actually connects, and look at that damage. Wow, Hustle is such a good ability. And it's not Akaberry on Ferrothorn either, which isn't too surprising. You know, people like lefties or a Healing Berry, and Gastrodon will win this. So yeah, I mean, my opponent had nothing for Decidueye actually. Even though Decidueye didn't do that much damage, I shouldn't say that. Actually, KO'd like 2 Pokemon. But even though we only got 2 turns of Dynamax, those 2 turns were totally worth in this game. Like, the lead was literally perfect for us. I would not have tried to pick a better lead, even if I knew my opponent's lead, than Incineroar Decidueye. And I figured that I had a decent matchup against most things. I think, like, Lapras was one thing I was scared about, but I figured, okay, if you bring the Lapras, then we don't necessarily need to max Decidueye. We can actually max the Dracozolt, which we have conserved in the back. And I think Dracozolt had a lot of value in this game because my opponent didn't really have too much to beat it outside of Arcanine with Will-O-Wisp. So, yep, just going to Dragon Claw for a Blitz. Arcanine shouldn't really be able to beat us, and that's going to be game. So, Arcanine maxing was a really surprising decision, but I guess given what my opponent brought in that match, you're definitely not maxing Gothitelle, and it's really tough to max the Ferrothorn in front of a Incineroar. So then your options are Snorlax, which wasn't able to Belly Drum up, and we'll actually be able to see the sets here. So it was Belly Drum Lax, yep. Fake Out Trick Room Goth, Belly Drum Lax, Lefties Ferrothorn, yep. Ogwav is interesting with Brian and Perish Song. Roar, Will-O-Wisp, and Flare Blitz. So it was physical, but with no investment, you saw how little damage it did. Yeah, it's jolly physical. Interesting. Not too surprising. And then Binding Band, Sandaconda. So ultimately, I was really impressed by Decidueye's bulk there. Honestly, I thought we might have gone down to the max flare, but we were able to clutch it out and not faint. So it's one of the cool things you can do with Decidueye. It gets really interesting coverage, right? So like Stab, Ghost is really strong in the metagame. And obviously, like, Dragapult is the most common Stab Ghost user you probably see Dynamaxing, but Mimikyu is a viable option, and Decidueye certainly one as well. We're going up against the Stonejourner team today, and that's actually the next Pokemon I wanted to try out. So that's interesting. I honestly really don't know what it does, so we have to watch out for just the surprise factor here. Kind of want to just bring Decidueye again, honestly. Like, Dynamax Gastrodon isn't bad here. Snorlax is still a threat, as it is usually. I honestly don't mind leading Ninetales this time around. Blizzard actually does like solid damage. So I'm thinking Ninetales Decidueye. I guess Dracozolt Dynamax is actually really good in this matchup the more I look at it. But I want to bring the Owl so badly. I really do. And for that reason, I will bring the Owl. I'm trying to feature it as much as possible, so why not? Why not? And in the back, who do I want? I think Incineroar for Intimidate's still good. I'm actually thinking Gastrodon is the last one. Mainly for Toxtricity. And Stonejourner. And I guess my Milotic as well. Alright, let's give that a go. I think one other route I could totally go with this game is maxing the, not the Dragapult. Our little dinosaur here. I'm blanking out on its name. The Dracozolt. Yeah. Oh my god. But I want to bring Decidueye, and I think Max Decidueye could be really fun in this matchup, especially with Intimidate support, because Decidueye has decent coverage here against most of my opponent's team. So, like I said, what the heck, why not? Today's a Decidueye day. If we lose, so be it. Give me Stonejourner and Rillaboom. Okay. This isn't bad. I mean, we definitely want to switch out into Incineroar. Like, I'm tempted to switch out into Incineroar and just max Airstream into Rillaboom. Get that Intimidate off. I really know nothing about Stonejourners. I'm about to find out. I mean, I could just max Overgrowth it too. But I don't think he can KO us, right? So I'd rather Airstream. That allows Incineroar to be faster next turn. We pressure it Fake Out. We can Party Shot even. And could even max Overgrowth. I just want to scout out for what Stonejourner wants to go for here. I'm worried about like a random weakness policy set. That would be scary. I think after Intimidate, it can't KO us. But once again, I might be underestimating it right now because I really just don't know too much about what it does. So I'm excited to find out and hopefully try that Pokemon out soon. My opponent actually has 2 Pokemon I want to try out in the Stonejourner and the Toxtricity. I mean, even Rillaboom's a really cool Pokemon, honestly. So, yeah. But, like I said, today is a Decidueye day. So we are going to max it here. Stonejourner's sprite is really cute too, by the way. They're going to max first. Okay. That might be max Stonejourner then. I didn't realize it was faster than the Decidueye, which is interesting. Oh, never mind. It's just max Rillaboom. Okay. I don't... Should I be threatened by that? I guess it has knockoff, so it could max Darkness us, but we got the Intimidate off, and after Airstream, we'll outspeed. Maybe I should be more concerned than I am. Right now, I don't feel super threatened through the Intimidate, but something crazy might just happen here, and we might just get dunked on. Honestly, I'm expecting that. Anytime you go up against things or Pokemon that like I don't see very often, I always am like, okay, what can happen here that just completely demolishes us? Alright, the Dynamax Decidueye is out against Rillaboom, so battle of the starters here. He's gonna go for Protect. Okay, that's perfect. Nice. And it's going to be a Max Darkness, yeah. But through Intimidate, I don't think this should do that much, right? Ah, perfect. Not even half. Alright, I'll take that. We should do a lot of damage with Max Airstream. Special Defense drop shouldn't really matter too much here. Best case is if Max Airstream puts this thing in Flare Blitz KO range. That would be sick. That is a lot of damage. I don't know if it's in KO range, but it could be close. Let's see if it's Citrus Berry, too. Either way, though, we get the speed boost, which is what I really wanted here. So, Decidueye, as you can now see, speeds the Rillaboom. We're still slower, okay, with the Incineroar. So, I think the safest play here is just to fake out the Stonejourner, which is lefties, okay. And just go for Airstream to KO the Rillaboom, since we're doing over half with it. My opponent doesn't really have great switch-ins, and Incineroar Decidueye should beat everything in the back, so I think it's fine to just fake out here and max Airstream Rillaboom. Yeah. I mean, it gives us an extra turn of Dynamax. If Rillaboom protects here, which it totally could, then that's fine. Your Stonejourner doesn't get anything off, and there's not going to be a Protect, which is good. So, get a little bit of chip with fake out. Not that that's super relevant, and we should KO with max Airstream here. Beautiful. So, this is one of the great things about using Max Airstream for speed boosts on Pokemon that aren't flying type. If you want to read more about Dynamax, once again, I wrote an article for Pokemon.com, the official Pokemon website, on how Dynamax impacts the doubles VGC metagame. So, if any of you guys read that, have any comments or feedback, let me know. Please read that if you can, because I would like to write more articles for Pokemon in the future. That would be super sick. And yeah, I've linked that in the description below. And always looking for feedback on my writing, since I don't write, obviously, as frequently as I make videos, but it's something that I do enjoy doing and would like to do more of. And I actually wrote a lot of articles, Pokemon VGC articles, back in the day, like when I was starting out. So it's a nice way to, you know, just stay in touch, and especially because, like, in school, especially in the more recent years, I haven't taken too many writing classes, so I've been doing more, like, you know, STEM-related stuff. Okay, Toxtricity, that's fine. Well, this is interesting, right? Because, like, I might just expect Stonejourner to not attack, so I honestly kind of want to just Phantasm Flare Blitz since we should outspeed to Toxtricity. Yeah. Why not? Maybe I'm sleeping on Stonejourner once again, but it hasn't done anything, and I know it's mainly used for its ability, I want to say. And Toxtricity scares me a little bit more. With the Selfvest, I honestly want to say we should survive on the Decidueye. It doesn't protect, though, so that was an opportunity for Max Overgrowth. But let's see how much Phantasm does there. Almost just KOs. That's nice. And more importantly, also gets the defense drop, so Flare Blitz should KO. And since we're at +2 speed through the Max Airstreams, I'm pretty sure we should just outspeed here. Yeah, beautiful. I wanted to Flare Blitz there instead of Darkest in case the Toxtricity had a Bulky Berry. I wasn't sure of our ability to KO otherwise. Okay. Nice. And he's just going to Body Press. That's fine by me. Because that actually activates our weakness policy. Very nice. Decidueye has been fantastic for us, though. It picked up 2 KOs. I guess it didn't pick up the second KO, but it did enough damage to put it in KO range. And we got that defense drop, which is quite nice. Weakness policy is activated, and we're at +2 speed right now. So we are super boosted up with both Pokemon. Hoping my Lodic is the last one. If so, that'll definitely be game. Stonejourner is only revealed. It's actually Cinderace. Okay, that's actually probably the scariest Pokemon to go up against from what my opponent has in the back. And I might actually Parting Shot here into Cinderace. Yeah, but with Gastrodon in the back, I think we should be good. Like, I want to just Parting Shot, get damage off. And honestly, I'm down to just Spirit Shackle. Because there's no way you win with Stonejourner, especially given what I have in the back. But no Protect once again, so I've been trying to read around these Protects, but don't gall it off. That's a beautiful animation, by the way. That is so cool. Okay, and we do over 50%, which is quite nice, too. So it's going to Pyro Ball, but that's fine. Yep. So, Decidueye finally will go down, but I think I can't be upset about what it was able to do for us in this game. It's going to take Life Orb damage as well. Okay, so that's good to know. So, you know, this Cinderace kind of on a timer just because we pressure with... there's Hail and Life Orb, and we can Fake Out this next turn. So, I think we can just bring out Gastrodon here. Yeah. And then just switch Incineroar back in. Obviously, that gets rid of the speed boost, but the speed boost doesn't really matter at this point. And it's just going to be a Body Press. Oh, I forgot about the weakness policy, actually. Because of weakness policy, I think it's better just to Darkest Lariat into Cinderace. There's no need to go for the Parting Shot. Parting Shot allows us to potentially get crit now, so that was kind of stupid. Not the best play on my end. Yeah, literally just forgot about weakness policy activating the turn before. Plus, because, yeah, this Incineroar is a little bit, you know, more unique. Went for a play that I normally wouldn't. But, I mean, this is still more than fine. Like, we're so far ahead, I don't think it really matters, quite frankly. But, I think here I just go for Fake Out onto the Stonejourner and Earth Power onto Cinderace. That shouldn't have any way to KO us after the Intimidate. I guess you could crit a High Jump Kick now onto Gastrodon. That's your only out. So, because to play around, like, safer around the crit, I should have just attacked with Incineroar last turn. There's not going to be a Protect here, which is good. Okay. And it's just Pyro Ball. That's definitely not KOing us. Into Gastrodon. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, it does a fair amount of damage, though, but like I said, all I needed to do to actually seal out this game was attack with Incineroar and Decidueye. And I think in that position, maybe it's actually fine to just Leaf Blade and Darkest Lariat into Stonejourner. Alright, +2 Darkest Lariat with Hail and Life Orb probably KOs the Score Bunny, not the Score Bunny too, the Cinderace as well. So, there were a lot of different ways we could have played that, honestly, but yeah. Ultimately, we just attacked around the rock and we were able to succeed, so not bad. Yeah, Decidueye comes out once again and it was actually huge for us, so I'm happy about that. I'm just going to keep Parting Shot it. I guess it might be better to just attack. No, I still like Parting Shotting here, especially because we have the Focus Sash on Ninetales anyway, so even if you crit Ninetales, it's not getting KO'd. And this is just insurance. I'm pretty sure 2 Flare Blitzes should KO, or sorry, 2 Blizzard should KO the Stonejourner anyway, but after Earth Power, definitely. And obviously, we've been going for Earth Power instead of Muddy Water, just to guarantee attacks. One way we could have lost this if we missed Muddy Water, for example, onto the Cinderace last turn in that position. Better to just get a guaranteed KO through a move that's 100% accurate. So, just another Body Press coming out, but that's obviously not going to KO us, and we'll get an Earth Power off. Nice. So, not bad. And that actually just 1-8 KOs. Very nice. Crit, actually. We've been a little fortunate with the crits today, that's for sure. But I think Decidueye was actually really great for us. That lead worked out really nicely. We didn't take too much damage from the Max Darkness. The fact that we were able to 2-hit KO the Rillaboom was a really big deal because it gave us an extra turn of Dynamax. And then we were able to cleanly knock out the Toxtricity as well. So I'm happy about how I played this overall for the most part. But the one turn I do think I misplayed was when I Parting Shotted with the Incineroar. In that position, I think it's just better to attack with both because we already have the speed boosts and the +2 attack onto the Incineroar. Plus, there's that defense drop on the Stonejourner as well. So, yeah. I kept targeting around Stonejourner because I was like, oh, like a Grass type attack into that slot's pretty obvious. I'm actually not sure it'd KO either way. So, it's one of the other reasons why I didn't know the damage calcs against that specifically. So, third game of the day. If we win, we might just jump into Master Ball tier. Let's see. Can we go 3 for 3 on Decidueye? I think I'm going to bring it. YOLO. It's not bad here. I guess the one thing he has to watch out for is Dynamax Tyranitar, which I guess is actually pretty likely. We might go the Trick Room route this game. I'm just double checking. I think the Trick Room Gastrodon route might be better for us today in this one. Because if I go with the fast mode and Whimsicott sets up Tailwind, I kind of get dunked on by Tyranitar. So I think Trick Room gives me a better shot. That being said, how do I avoid getting... What are my opponent's Trick Room counters? There's a potential Taunt on the Whimsicott, and obviously Duraludon could Dynamax, the Tyranitar could Dynamax as well. So I think if I really want to set up Trick Room, Incineroar Dusclops is the way to go. Definitely want Gastrodon in the back, and I think I'm just going to go with Decidueye. It's probably not the best option, but today has been a Decidueye day, and I've wanted to bring it in every game. So at least we can say we went 3 for 3 with Decidueye. I actually think leading with it isn't the worst either, mainly because of Assault Vest. Like, I don't take that much damage from Togekiss or the Duraludon. Dracovish doesn't really threaten me much. Getting all my special or dragons confused today. It's just that Tyranitar is like the one main threat. I think Tyranitar is such a big threat that I need to play around it well. So right now, the cool thing with this team is you could really Dynamax anything I've brought so far other than Dusclops. So I could Dynamax Incineroar, I could Dynamax Gastrodon, or the Decidueye. But it's going to be Dracovish Duraludon. Okay, I'll definitely take that. Because I think this is a pretty free Fake Out into Fish and Trick Room. Yeah, I don't really think there's much way to deny that. You could, of course, switch into Indeedee to set up Psychic Terrain, but I don't think that really helps much here. We get to frisk the items too, which is sick. And it's going to be Weakness Policy and Scarf, so that's good to know. The Weakness Policy is actually a really big deal, because that means I don't want to just necessarily Bulldoze. But I think Fake Out into Dracovish and Trick Room is safe here. No Max from either, which is actually kind of interesting as well. Okay, going for a flinch with Dark Pulse, which I actually think is probably my opponent's best bet. Did I get the flinch? Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. That is very bad. Well, that was their best play. That was their best play, so it is what it is. That being said, I don't know if Max Darkness KOs the Dusclops, so we could just switch into Gastrodon to blow away a Vicious Rend. Try to Trick Room. I guess the problem is if Max Darkness actually KOs from this range. Now, I don't think it should, but that Dark Pulse did do a fair amount of damage, so I guess we'll see. And if my opponent doesn't max, then that's also good. But yeah, they're going to max here. Good awareness. That was just a good play, recognizing, hey, I probably lose if Trick Room goes up, so I have to figure out a way to deny it. And for that reason, I mean, I didn't fake out Duraludon because I was expecting it to just Dynamax, but nice play by my opponent. So now the question is, can we survive a Max Darkness? Should be a Vicious Rend coming out from the... Yep, okay. Here's the thing now. Honestly, Gastrodon still matches up pretty well against my opponent's team, so I'm fine with this. Yep, it's going to be Max Darkness. Let's see if this is enough to KO, because I think my opponent might have doubled up onto that slot. Nice. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, that's perfect. Honestly, now we have a really good matchup because we have the +1 special attack on a Gastrodon, and you have to switch out Dracovish. So this next turn, we have a relatively free attack. The question is, what do I want to do with Gastrodon? It is probably better to play it safe, but I could really, read, okay, you're going to switch out the Dracovish into maybe Togekiss or Tyranitar and max Ooze. But I don't want to take a max Wormwind, so I don't mind playing it safer here, I think, with a max Quake. And a Nightshade. Yeah, because I think +1 max Quake knocks out Duraludon. Yep, so Dracovish switches out. That's fine. Togekiss or Tyranitar, I'd expect. Ooh, Indeedee is actually even better, now that I think about it. That's really smart, because then you just max guard the Duraludon, I think, here. So it's not over by any means. That's actually a very good play. Like, I was like, oh, the worst case here is I get free Nightshade off into whatever switches in. Unless my opponent doesn't max the Duraludon, then I think they just lose the game instantly. But surely if you switch out to Indeedee, you protect, and then you can go for Follow Me the following turn. No pun intended. That's the only logical play, I think. So... No! They're not gonna... Okay. Well, this gives us a special defense drop boost. Oh, I guess this might not KO Duraludon. Maybe, I mean, it's weakness policy. It's probably bulky. Okay, that KOs. Never mind, we're good. Nice. Yeah. I figured with the +1 boost, we should be able to KO, because remembering my calcs, like, even very little special attack investment against a Duraludon has a pretty good chance of one-shotting with Max Quake. Like, Duraludon's speed special defense is just that bad without Assault Vest. So, with the special attack boost from Storm Drain, I thought that was pretty much guaranteed. But it might have been safer just to double up in such slot. I'm not sure I needed the guaranteed Night Slate damage. But pretty sure Gastrodon just sweeps through now. We can just max Ooze and Nightshade, actually. Most Togekisses don't carry Protect, but, some of... Okay, my opponent actually just forfeits there. Alright, not bad. Good string of games today, for sure. That might get us to Master Ball tier. Let's see. I'm curious if it does. And yeah, ultimately really happy with about how the teams played out today. Yeah, that gets us to Master Ball 2 already, actually. And what the heck, let's just play one more game. That last one was really short. And I am saying to you guys, no matter what, I am bringing Decidueye and maxing it in this game. Because I really wanted to that last game. And I think we could have in that last match, but wouldn't have fared out too well against Duraludon and Dracovish. Yeah, I don't like Dracovish can have Crunch, Duraludon obviously had the max Darkness, so none of those were really too great for us. But alright. I said I would Dynamax the Decidueye, but we're going up against Charizard, which is the ultimate nightmare. So I might have to go back against my word. What do you lead with Charizard though? Okay. You know what? We can still Dynamax the Decidueye. We just have to set up Trick Room. To set up Trick Room, we just have to go Dusclops. I'm going to make it my goal to set up Decidueye, or Dynamax Decidueye in this game, because I said I would do that before this. And I will not go back on my word. Okay, so I think I want Incineroar Dusclops to set up Trick Room, Decidueye to sweep. And actually, Blizzard from Ninetales is pretty good here. If I don't get Trick Room up, then I can just spam Blizzard. My opponent does not have any Ice Resists. In fact, I could have led Ninetales, but the reason I didn't was because it doesn't do that well against Max Charizard. So if I can stall out the Max, then Ninetales can be a good late-game sweeper. I think if I were... Another route I could have approached this game with was just maxing the Dracozolt. Although that, is kind of weak to the opposing Duraludon. We don't have redirection on this team. And there's Duraludon. Okay. I'll take this. You can't deny Trick Room here. Like, all I have to do is fake out Incineroar and or fake out Grimmsnarl in Trick Room. And I get to scout out for the items too, which is actually really quite nice. But we're definitely maxing the Owl. Frisk is going to show us Babiri and AV. Okay, that's really good info. Frisk is so good, man. So yeah, this is a pretty free Trick Room Fake Out. The Fake Out covers every option, right? Like, if you decide to max Duraludon, there is no way you knock out the Dusclops unless you go... Okay, they might just be going for a Dark Pulse flinch here like we saw in the last game. That would make sense. But just Draco Meteor, actually. Okay. That's not going to do too much to us, I don't think. Hopefully not. More than I anticipated, honestly. But that's fine. Because we know now that the Duraludon is Assault Vest, so it obviously does not have... It obviously doesn't have Protect, so we can Bulldoze and just Flare Blitz that slot. Might want to KO the Grimmsnarl. Bulldoze Darkest Lariat also might be better, because that does cover for Charizard and Reuniclus, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be doing much damage here. You can't Fake Tears the Incineroar. So even if we don't KO Duraludon, it's not the end of the world. Like, I don't think you want to max that, and it's going to switch out, yeah. So we get the Bulldoze off, and it's Dracovish. Alright, that's great. Not bad. He's going to taunt us. That's also fine. Yep. So I knew as long as I got a Trick Room, this would probably be fine. So we'll get the Bulldoze off, and the niche Weakness Policy Incineroar is going to come out into play here. And this Incineroar actually, even without Dynamaxing, is really good against my opponent's team. I could have maxed it, but like I said, I'm maxing the Decidueye no matter what in this match. That is our challenge in this game. Okay. So I don't think this KOs, but Nightshade should just KO that next turn. I can just Flare Blitz Nightshade, and yeah. My opponent's in kind of an awkward spot where like you don't really want to Dynamax any. You don't want to Dynamax either of these two Pokemon, so I'm basically just getting free damage. And there's not much my opponent can really do, so I think Nightshade Flare Blitz here is pretty free. We've only seen one attack from Grimmsnarl, and it moved before the Duraludon, but that doesn't indicate much previously. Other than the fact that it probably wasn't going for Fake Out, so I wouldn't be surprised if turn 1 it was just going for a taunt. I will say the Draco Meteor into Incineroar was kind of surprising. I was expecting Duraludon to max and either max Darkness us, maybe max Wormwind the Incineroar, or even stay in regular form and Dark Pulse. Or Dragon Tail, actually. Some Duraludons do carry that. So Dracovish is actually going to switch back out, but that's going to be guaranteed damage from Nightshade, which is nice, and I don't mind Dracovish sticking around. It might be a Thunder Wave or a Swagger from Grimmsnarl, but it's actually just going to be Sucker Punch. Okay, that's not going to do too much after Intimidate. And right now, our regular Weakness Policy Incineroar is putting in so much work. I want the free switch into Decidueye. That's what I'm looking for, honestly. But I am not getting it so far. Flare Blitz should KO Grimmsnarl. Beautiful. So that's 2 turns of Trick Room down, but Dracovish is at 10%. That's in KO range from a Nightshade. Incineroar takes a lot of damage, but that's also fine. We are also distributing a lot of damage with Flare Blitz. And once again, because Duraludon is max, that's or AV, that's really important. Charizard comes out, and that is surely the Pokemon you Dynamax here, right? I'd be very surprised if not. The fact that there are 2 turns of Trick Room is slightly problematic for us, but I think we just need to chip away at Charizard so that Ninetales can win. I am content just Nightshading here into Charizard, and I think Flare Blitzing the Duraludon. Yeah, I think you Dynamax Charizard here, but then Flare Blitz just KOs Duraludon, and we get Nightshade into the Charizard. Problem is there's only 1 more turn of Trick Room, but I think that'll be alright for us. More importantly, we haven't Dynamaxed yet either. Ooh, but Duraludon actually Dynamaxes. Okay, I gotta say, I actually didn't expect that. That actually might cause me some problems then, because I Tunnel Visioned on Charizard maxing here. So let's see how much Flare Blitz does. Not gonna protect Charizard either, so Nightshade's gonna do a decent amount of damage. Unfortunately, if we doubled up onto Charizard, that just would have been game over. But Flare Blitz still does a lot there. That being said, I think we probably lose the... Just gonna max Wormwind us. We lose the Dusclops here, I think. Actually, without Sun being up, I am honestly not sure Charizard KOs us. We'll see. Attack decrease, and it's gonna Heat Wave. Gonna connect, single target, probably Life Orb boosted, might be Spexed. Yeah, Dusclops hit. But we get burned. Ooh, okay. Well, we've gotten pretty lucky today. No Life Orb from Charizard also, which is important to note. But this is actually really tricky now. I didn't count on both Pokemon getting KO'd there. And I think, yeah, if we just knocked out the Charizard there, Decidueye should win the 2v2. And we have Ninetales support as well. I have to play Assuming Choice Scarf Dracovish because I think that's the most threatening to us. So this is the last turn of Trick Room. I mean, I am content just, I think, Dynamaxing the Decidueye. I mean, Decidueye should go first here out of everything, right? So I think we're fine to just max. I really want to Airstream, but I think we have to Phantasm the Duraludon and Blizzard. I guess the question is, would Blizzard KO? It might be better to protect. I'm content Blizzarding, I think. Charizard switches out. I think that guarantees us the game then. I feel like you should stay in with Charizard there. Because Dracovish just faints now. Alright, I did it. I told you guys I Dynamaxed the Decidueye, and here we are, Dynamaxing Decidueye. Unless Decidueye actually outspeeds Duraludon here, but I just can't see that happening. I guess it is an AV Duraludon, so could be slower, but I mean this Decidueye is pretty darn slow. Either way, that switch confused me. I was expecting Protector and Attack. I think switching guarantees us the win here, unless Phantasm doesn't KO, but yeah. Gotta have faith in Decidueye. I wonder what item the Charizard is then. Normally they're Chardy, and I think with Specs it would have KO'd Dusclops, so I want to say it wasn't it was Chardy. But did it not have Protect? Because even if you don't have Protect, I think it might be more advantageous to stay in still. I guess the other question is what item the Dracovish was. If it wasn't Choice Scarf, then my opponent pretty much had no way out of this. Yeah. So Trick Room expires, but even if you crit the Decidueye with Focus Sash and Tack on Ninetales, there's pretty much nothing my opponent can really do here. Yeah. So, not bad. The main thing in these games is setting up Trick Room, and my opponent's not having great ways to really deny it. What animation? We haven't seen the Max Steel Spike animation yet. I kind of want to see that against Charizard. Okay, I guess that could be a way to throw, because Heat Wave could double crit us and burn. I don't know if Blizzard KOs here. It does not, but Steel Spike should KO. Yeah. Even if you critted Decidueye, you weren't KOing. But I guess it could double burn, so... Yeah, even if it double burns, though, I'm pretty sure Steel Spike plus Hail KOs Charizard anyway, so my opponent didn't really have an out there. I just wanted to see the animation from Decidueye Max Steel Spiking. And for a lot of its animations, it's just it using its feet to attack, which is pretty funny. So, yeah. That's it for today's episode, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We've been doing 4 games, which has been exciting because it's been a little bit more fast-paced. But, of course, we are back in Master Ball tier now, so games might go a little bit longer. But let me know if you guys want to see some more episodes or more games with this. If so, I'm definitely willing to play one more with it because it does have a lot of cool stuff. You know, we featured Incineroar a lot yesterday. Today has been Decidueye's day, and I hope tomorrow can be Decidueye's day as well. So let me know if you guys want to see this team for one more episode in the comments below. And, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, peace.